Hello everybody. Sorry I'm so late. I've been gone for a few days. I really apologize for that. I was gone to 2 gigs in a row, which might explain that for the last 2 weeks I've been making videos. My voice has been quite hoarse because those things freaking kill your throat. My throat is just dying right now, and I'm pretty much in bed apart from making videos. And I'm here today to do a semi-rant, kind of a rant. I wouldn't really call it a TF2 rant because it's not exactly what it's based behind, but I'm also going to be showcasing the map Cactus Canyon. Yep, it's in beta at the moment and it came out from the last update, and I know I did it on the weapons already, but it seemed a bit too cramped to put that and the weapons in the same video. In this video I'm going to say my thoughts, how I feel about it, and how well it actually is, and how good it actually is as a map. Anyway, getting straight into it, this map is buggy as shit. It just is. There's so many exploits that people are taking out right now is ridiculous. People are constantly taking out exploits and using them to their advantage. But the problem is that there's so many exploits that the map can be damn near unplayable in certain situations. For example, there is a little rock to the side of one of the map spawns, and literally you can go in there, set up a level 3 sentry, take out your Wrangler, you can see everyone outside it, and you can shoot. They cannot shoot you. That's I know, and I understand this is in beta, but I'm gonna get onto that in a minute. But honestly, I'd rather play a finished map than play that, because it's ridiculous how stupid it is to try and fight a guy who's literally inside the map. Anyway, getting past the part that it's beta, this map is actually unbelievably fun as Engineer, which is shown by me playing Engineer, because this is a very old style map. There's a lot of choke points, there's a lot of places where you can set up a sentry and take down a shit ton of people, and honestly it's really effective to be an engineer. That's why there's 3 or 4 or 5 engineers in our team, and honestly the only way to win is actually the entire team goes counter engineer, which is basically spies, demos, soldiers. There's rarely a scout because there's so many sentries fucking everywhere. There's it's such a choke. Everywhere is such a choke point, and there's so many good entry spots that you can't help but take advantage of it and become an engineer. On the other hand, I realize this map is almost impossible to play for a not great spy like myself. I'm alright at spy, I can certainly do backstabs and I can certainly play well. It's just I'm not stand out at spy, and I think you kind of have to be to survive in this game because it's so bottlenecked and there's only one way out from the side, and you can get air blasted immediately if anyone thinks you're a bad guy. So in light of that, Spy is actually a difficult class to be, which is a problem because Engineer is such an easy class to be in this map. Demo is a relatively easy class to play in this map because it's just, again, choke points cause stickies to be a lot more effective. So Demo, in my opinion, Demo and Engineer are kind of the best classes to be right now in this map before they've changed anything, before the beta is over and they actually send out the entire map. At the moment, Demo and Engineer are probably the best classes to be in this map, because it's impossible to be some of the other classes. Like Scout. Scout's hard to be because there isn't many ways to get around people. There isn't many ways to get in people's faces because there's sentries everywhere. It can be difficult. Anyway, onto the ranty part I was talking about. I was wondering, why did they send this out on beta? Because if they waited until, I don't know, the end of the line update and gave it to us then, I would be so much happier, because the map would be finished. There wouldn't be so many bugs, there wouldn't be so many exploits, and there wouldn't be an entire open side on either side where you can just aeroblast people off. I know that releasing early betas has become a very common theme among most gaming companies, but I always wondered why. In fairness, I was one of those advocates that thinks if you finish the game it's a more enjoyable experience. Firstly because you waited longer, and secondly because it's finished. There's no problems with it, there's nothing that ruins it, there's no exploits that make it worse. It's totally fine. There wouldn't be a problem with pyros being so OP that they can airblast practically every class off the side of the hills. And honestly, there wouldn't be any sort of complaint about this game. Now, if you make complaints in the lobbies and chats saying oh yeah, this isn't finished, the first reaction they make is, yeah, it's in beta, but they shouldn't have put it out in beta in the first place. Either way, this actually does have the groundwork to be an interesting map. It reminds me a lot of all the older style map, like Hoodoo and Two Fort, mostly Two Fort. For some reason the design, the 2 houses on either side and the middle part that's really thin, for some reason that reminds me of Two Fort. At least one of the maps really does remind me of Two Fort. Again, with its linear playstyle, that bit reminds you of Two Fort as well. So all in all, the opinion I'm making of this is that this map isn't worth playing. Not yet. Okay, it's very fun, but honestly there's so many exploits in it that you actually get very bored of dying all the time to a Wrangler level 3 sentry stuck in a rock. It is irritating. So in light of that, I wouldn't recommend playing this map yet. When they finish the map and they get rid of all these kinks and they put the walls in so you can't air blast people off the side, then I would consider playing it. Or if you're into this kind of, you know, this ridiculous distorted sense of chaos that that's actually surprisingly fun, that the glitches actually add to because of like, you know, it's more frantic to get past them and it's more irritating, and you want to play better if you like get air blasted by pyro off the side. All in all, this is a very straightforward payload map. It's just push the car in a straight line and there's a shit ton of choke points. It's pretty well known if you've played this game for longer than like 5 seconds, because every payload map is like this. There's also a new mode, but I didn't try that mode, so I'm probably not gonna make a video about that. Sorry. I don't see a point if I'm already gonna make it out on payload, because payload's actually my favorite game type. Finally, the last thing I'm gonna say is, despite all the glitches, it is actually very, very refreshing that Valve are actually letting the community add stuff like weapons and maps. Although it is in beta, it is new, and that's nice, because you tend to get sick of all the payload maps and payload race maps and cough maps. Like that you know them off by heart pretty much, and it's nice to have a new experience and to be challenged again by these new maps that you don't understand and you have to re-understand them with different classes. It's an experience I forgot about, and I'm glad I have that back. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. If you like what you saw, feel free to see more. If you didn't like what you saw, then I won't see you again next time. Feel free to like and subscribe. Bye.